I was better rested, or I was eating better. Perhaps it's because somebody encouraged me that day. Or perhaps it's because I was helping others, and that made me feel really good. So you can examine the week and ask yourself, how can I keep this from continuing to happen? How can I keep that mistake from continuing to happen? Because if you can nip a big mistake or a habit in the bud after a week, it's pretty easy to do. But if it's gone a month or 2 months, it could become really ingrained. So that weekly examination of how have things been going isn't so bad. And also looking forward to the week ahead and planning it in one big week and thinking, what am I going to prioritize this week? How am I going to make sure that there's some margins in my time so I'm not just barreling through the week? How can I make sure that I'm doing the things this week that I really value? What are my big goals in life, and how can I make sure that everything I do this week leads towards those goals? Where do I lose energy? What kind of people around me, the crazy makers of my life, just drain energy? How can I avoid spending too much time with those people? How can I make sure that I'm with a few people this next week that are ahead of me on the journey of life, that know more, that understand more, that can teach me something? Pay attention to the people you spend time with and whether or not they lift you up or tear you down. Spend more with the people that lift you up and less time with those who tear you down. It has to do with intentionality. How am I going to exercise this next week? How am I going to make sure that I keep my body strong? How can I work on those long-term health issues like lung capacity and weight control and muscle tone? Are there things I'm doing that keep me from being healthy, that keep me going back to the doctor? So as one person who struggles with keeping the Sabbath, that would be me, to another person who struggles keeping the Sabbath, and that would be you. You and I need to work together on this. So I'm asking you, my friend, to find somebody that can hold you accountable. I have a couple people at my church that continue to ask me, are you keeping a Sabbath? Are you honoring the Creator by doing that? And I would also invite you during that Sabbath, during the weekend, to make sure that you worship regularly with other people. Well, I can just worship God by myself on a rock looking at a waterfall. Well, sure you can. I understand that. But we are social creatures, like ants, like bees, and we need other people around us. We need the support of others who can help us out. We need others who are striving to live out God's plan A for their lives, which is a good plan and a beautiful plan and a true plan. And we need to help keep each other away from the dark stuff and the dysfunctional stuff and the broken stuff in life. Gathering once a week in worship is such an important thing. I even do it when I'm on vacation. If I'm traveling around, one of the best ways to get to know people in a particular area is to go to church. You understand the community so much better after attending church than you would just as a tourist. So bottom line, I'd like you to struggle with this. I'd like you to think in terms of the benefits, because the benefits of keeping the Sabbath are so very much worth it. The Creator knows us. The Creator brought all of this forth. And God would say to us, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. So, my friend, are you up to it? I'm giving it a shot. I think it's worth it. And yes, you're going to have setbacks. And yes, don't beat yourself up. Commit to it. Start clearing your calendar out. Start looking way ahead of time and blocking the time out. And start to kind of move things out of whether it's Saturday or Sunday or wherever it is for you. And start to clear some space and let the clouds part in the sky and get some sunshine spiritually going and breathe in some fresh air and just enjoy living for one day a week. The ancient Hebrews called it the Sabbath, and it's still a great idea for you and for me. Well, that's all for today on Life and Liberty Radio. Thanks so much for sharing this part of your spiritual journey with me. Now, the views on this program are not necessarily those of my advertisers, sponsors, places I work, or do business with. They're purely my own, but I'm sharing them with you, so share your ideas with me. Write me on Twitter at Liberty House, LIBERTYHOUS, no E. Until next time, let's continue dreaming and working for a free and spiritually grounded society.